it's your man Jay. So today's video is based on a true story. And the true story involves me.
Alright guys, welcome back to the 5-year follow-up on the Axon 7. Whoa, I didn't think I would be able to do this video, man. I charged this phone up the other day, and oh my gosh, the media consumption experience is just incredible. It is still almost unmatched by anything. When you have speakers facing you, it's just wow factor. It really is. Some of you guys don't have this phone anymore. You sold it, or you didn't buy it, or you bought it then sold it, or you traded it, something. Me, I told you years ago this phone isn't going anywhere, and I'm sticking true to that. I've had this phone for a little over 5 years because this is a developer edition, which is why I have the on-screen buttons. But this phone still flows, even with the Snapdragon 820, 21, or whatever it is. It flows along with 4 gigs of RAM. It has 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs in onboard storage. Now, if you think about from 5 years ago, look at some of the devices that are releasing today. They still have those same internals, 4 gigs or 3 gigs with 64 gigs. And some of them don't have SD cards. So when you think about that, this phone was way ahead of its time to be launched. You got front-facing stereo speakers. You got an 8 megapixel on the front and a 20 on the back. Now, 5 years ago, this was a thing. One thing that some people almost forget about this phone is the Quad HD display. This is a 1440p display. 1440 by 2560, 5.5. This was 5 years ago. So they laid the hammer down when they brought this phone. They just had such a weak follow-up, everybody went away. Me, I'm sticking to this one. This is a beast mode phone. Back in the day, quote-unquote flagships had headphone jacks. Yeah, they did. And then back in the day, if you had Type-C, this was a thing. Type-C was, the new thing. It used to be micro USB and mini USB before that. So, and some phones today still have, and devices still have micro USB. It's incredible. Everything should be Type-C right now. We're talking about 5 years ago. So I used to use this phone every day straight for easily a year. Then it trickled down to maybe 6 months to a year, and so on. It decreased because I got so many phones in. I wanted to try different devices, and then things get better. Experiences get better. And also, when I get a phone that I know is going to be fire, and I know I'm probably going to keep it, I want to keep it in pristine condition. I still have the original Zte Axon 7 case, which these were super limited. Mine's a little worn on the E there because I'm using it. But this is the exact matchup, perfect fit. It's like an OtterBox, basically. It's the same type of deal, but it's got a soft internal, though. So, having said all that, I got to tell you, if in fact you're a person who collects phones, man, look, you will definitely like this phone if you still have it, if it's in pristine condition like mine. This hardware was way ahead of its time. I'm telling you. Software, as you can see, I still have my favorite skin on here, Pix Launcher, P-I-X Launcher. It's in the Play Store. Still, it's there. And it's just going to make this phone feel so much faster. The default form for ZTE now is stock Android, but this phone is not stock Android, and unfortunately, when you look at the default apps, when you go to launcher, this is what it really looks like. This isn't stock Android by any means. Now, the only thing this phone, now you're probably looking at the icons, but this is definitely not stock Android. And they have like these embedded like themes, or the home screen settings. It's right here. Yeah, see, I have it on Android, the classic. This is the way it could possibly look when it comes to you, which is crazy, son. But then you got geometry. It'll look like this. It's just a different, I don't know. This is their way right here by having it like this, you know what I'm saying, to make it feel like stock Android. And it's still blazing fast. Don't get me wrong. It's still blazing fast. I just like to have my skin on there because, you know, I like it. Now, the last update this phone got, son, whoa, was back in 2018, I believe it was, when they put Android 8 on here, I believe it was. Yep, Android 8. There it is. Yep. That's it. Remember this joint? Oh, man. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Do you guys remember that? That's crazy. Nonetheless, no more updates with this phone after that. And you had to manually put that on. And I actually put a video up on how to do that. I made sure to put a video up on how to do it. And I was excited about that. So I feel like if this phone is going to be in today's market, and ZTE didn't do any follow-ups to this phone for some reason. They gave us other stuff. Like current phones with them is this phone where you like the Blade. You got a totally different setup. Totally different setup. Yeah, this is the Blade 1X 5G. They went in a different direction. Oh, and then I forgot I got this joint over here. Got mad ZTE phones over here. Ooh, this joint was nice right here. Remember this one? I still use this too. Still got service on it and everything. It's my little backup phone. But they gave us another phone, and by today's standards, you know, this is where we're at. This is what people want the phones to look like. This is what they want them to look like. But I say that phones like this can still be used today with all this stuff on it. It's good. It's a good phone still to this day. And I think a lot of phones out there don't compete. I mean, you see how beautiful this screen is? A lot of phones don't compete with this phone right here in so many ways. It's incredible. The fact that this is a super win for me is because I don't have to have wireless charging. That's not a requirement for me. This phone has fast charging. Now the battery, it's a little on the weaker side. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't last as long, and it depletes really fast compared to what it did years ago. I mean, if you look at this video, what did I start off at? 92 or something like that, and it's only 7 minutes or so, and I'm at 90%. But that's okay because the phone has fast charging, and I'm okay with that. I could definitely use this as a regular phone. I don't want to mess this phone up though. So before I get out of here, I just want to look. The phone still works. If you have one of these, you're a legend with me right now. You're a legend if you have this phone. This is beast mode right here. Beast mode, straight beast mode. This is a phone that will always live on as long as it can power up. I'm gonna fire it up and use it for a week or so, like I always do. So 5 years later, let's check out these 5-year-old cameras, and you tell me what you think, and then we'll get out of here. Now, if you look at footage like this, you know, the cameras are from 5 years ago, and there's some focus hunting issues, you know what I'm saying? I have it locked right now, but sometimes it'll focus hunt. But I'm gonna go ahead and pan down. You can see it's still, there's a little bit of focus hunting right there. Look at how it's producing this footage, man. This is pretty good. Let's take a look at the front. All right, man. So, wow, 5-year-old footage, 5-year-old cameras giving you some new school footage. This footage looks pretty good to me. I mean, on the viewfinder, as I look at it right now, it's extremely accurate. So if you were using this phone in 2021 as a regular, I think you'd be okay. I think your only sacrifice would be a little bit on the weaker battery side, unless you found a brand new one somewhere, which I doubt you can find one of these brand new. You might be able to, but it might be refurbished or something like that. But it's a cloudy day out, so these are the days I like to film on. But anyway, let's get back inside and finish this out. All right, guys, so there you have it, man. I am finished. This thing is crazy. It's been some time since I started this video in between the recordings and everything. If you notice the time up there, now I'm at 82%, and you notice what time it was earlier in the other part of the video. So, been playing with it and using it, just taking photos and stuff like that. Photos are great on this thing still, and I don't think it could be overlooked if a person was using this and taking photos with it. With the right lighting, any phone is really, really good, and this phone is no exception. So, there you have it, man. The 5-year follow-up on the Axon 7. Beast mode all the way. If you have one of these, let me know in the comments. Let me know how your battery is. Let me know if you've had yours for 5 years. And we'll chat about it. It's your man Jay. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.